we start, I just want to take a quick poll. Just round of applause. Who thinks Malia's hot? Yeah? Okay. Just trying to figure out who's been drinking. To me, Malia looks like she spends every weekend playing the wench at the Renaissance Fair. Speaking of which, that's also how you describe her looks, like, for the Renaissance Fair.
Thank you, Eric. You look like the cashier at Trader Joe's who tells you his name for some reason. Doesn't he seem like he opens conversations with, "What's your passion?"
Beating down on dumb bitches. Okay, whatever. Malia looks like before you fuck her, she makes you wait while she turns around all her stuffed animals so they don't watch.
That's good. Thank you, resting male nurse face. Eric actually is a first responder to porn stars' Instagram stories.
You look like Raggedy Ann if the Ann was short for an annoying bitch.
Classic. Honestly, it's an honor to be roasting this English teacher going through a divorce. I know he looks like it, but Eric's actually not a reader, unless you count reading into smiles from waitresses.
For the record, y'all look like that English teacher together. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. That was dope. Good shit. Judges, right to you. Jay Light, who you got?
Oh my God, this was fucking great. Eric, first of all, to start out and ask who thinks that Malia is hot, and then the break that happened after that. Just the wait, and a few people clapped to support. Selfie Girl notably did not clap to support. I clocked that.
Yo, she made it more disrespectful. She said, nigga,
Oh my God. This is fun. Malia, it seems like you are about to bully Eric into doing a full makeover before he goes to prom and tries to fuck, and then you're gonna dump a bucket of pig's blood on him. That seems very strong. Malia, thank you for dressing. Thank you for showing up in what Hilberto paints houses in. Thank you so much for that. This is a great first round. Can I call it a tie for the first round? Is it allowed?
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna give it to Eric for the first round. It's super fucking close, but I'm giving it to Eric for the first round.
Man,
Give me up. It just seems like it's going back and forth. That's all right, I got it.
I'm happy to finally see some regular old white people up here. Enough of this fucking woke-ass battle. No, I also think Malia reminds me of Carrie, but just if she never actually got her period. It's like a prepubescent psychopath. Eric looks like the only time he can feel like a man is watching The Big Bang Theory. Okay, fine. I thought it was great battle. I thought it was also very even. I think the reading into smiles joke just edged it to Malia. So I give it to Malia.
Here we go, we got a fight! What's Eric, what's Malia? Right.
this is fun. It looks like the online therapist is battling his client. Malia, I do love your SSRI delivery. That disaffected delivery adds so much sting to it. And I do think you won. It was the same joke, the reading into smiles. That killed me, so I'm voting for you, Malia.
There you go, Malia Simon takes round one!
That's
round one to Malia Simon. Round two, it's gonna be 5 jokes all in a row. Malia Simon's gonna get us started. Ladies and gentlemen, give her a round of applause. Round two, let's roast.
All right, keep it going for the hottest guy on the speech and debate field trip, everybody. Doesn't he seem like he'd call you a whore in Latin? He's got that something about you. You seem like you'd get into magic for the pussy. He's a little bit about Eric. He told me in theater he was in high school he was in theater, or as some people call it, the closet. For the past 5 years, he's been living in Bushwick, or as some people call it, the closet. It's here.
Why do you deliver your jokes like Greta Thunberg? You guys see it? They say opposites attract. I don't think that's true though, because all of Malia's boyfriends are also mildly autistic. Or, fuck, I fucked that up. I meant to say, Malia's wildly autistic. All right. No, doesn't she look like she gets left out of group chats by all of her imaginary friends? No, but it's an honor to be here roasting the first Disney princess on the spectrum. I feel like Malia looks like every morning a bunch of animated birds fly through her window and make her take her Wellbutrin. Malia, you look like you put hearts over the little eyes in your suicide note. That's 5, Nico.
I know that. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't got nothing to say. Judge, I'm going right to you, bro. What you think?
Do you actually know what a whore in Latin is?
No. Should I?
Really, that was a very believable joke. No, you look. It really was. Like, you look like you have such a hatred for women that's like a millimeter under your skin. Like, she told the first joke she told in the first round, you go, fucking pounded dumb bitches is what I do. It's like, it's just right under you. And you're like, oh, roast battle? I can finally tell them how I feel about them? That's great. But you also won that round. Very funny.
There you go. That's why Eric asked you.
Man, okay, first of all, I think the whore in Latin joke was great. I also love the magic for the pussy joke, which is great. And I feel like you left out a word because Eric definitely did magic for the non-consensual pussy. He did it very in the David Copperfield style, for sure. No David Copperfield heads in here? Fucking called it, of course. I feel like... Big Chris Angel fan, this guy over here, Eric, for sure. I feel like the autistic jokes that you did, Eric, I feel like they didn't land as well because you seem even more autistic than Malia does. You seem like you jerk off to train videos. That's the whole vibe. You pulled it together at the end with the Wellbutrin stuff, but I think, Malia, I think that you had the stronger round for this round, so I'm going to give this one to Malia.
There you go. That's what we did, Simon. It's 1-1, baby. Junior, what you think?
Yeah, great battle. I feel so sad for both of you. No, you're both great. I agree. The whore in Latin joke was great. I feel like Eric's definitely going to look that up after this battle. But I do think like the Greta Thunberg, the Wellbutrin suicide note were so funny and also believable, and I hope you're okay. But I think Eric had this round.
There you go. Eric takes round 2, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. For the final time tonight, we're going to a tie-breaking third round, ladies and gentlemen. It's 5 jokes. It's tit for tat. And Eric Asker is going to get us started. So y'all, for the final time this evening, give my roasters a round of applause. Let's go.
All right, let's wrap this up. I know Malia has to crawl back into the TV she crawled out of. Malia looks like she says, "No, you hang up first," to the customer service representative she demanded to speak to.
Okay, thank you, last guy you date before you realize you're a lesbian.
You're welcome doesn't realize she's a lesbian.
Eric, if you're here, who's leaning in for a kiss from slightly too far away?
Thank you, little survived an abortion Annie. Malia looks like she gets excited about a new pack of highlighters.
Eric told me he used to be a white rapper. I know, cringy, he doesn't do it anymore. Now he's just a white raper.
Thank you, bland Frank. Doesn't Malia look like her like Holocaust diary would be all about like the cute Nazi soldier she's into? He's looking for me so hard.
What's wrong with that? You look like the guy who tests out new sneakers by jogging around the store. Good arch.
You look like you say, "I'm such a Hufflepuff," after you leave the baby you nanny in a car for too long.
Eric, if you're here, who's going, "My dad is the funniest guy I know," unprompted.
Malia's such an autistic whore. She counts all of the sperm she swallows.
Eric is a fan of the band Animal Collective, which is also what the rest of us call all the women he's fucked. That's 5.
Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yo! Good work. Man, I ain't got nothing to say. Judges, I'm gonna go to y'all. What you think?
Me.
Yeah, sure. Start with you, Debbie. What you got?
Yeah, this was so. This genuinely was so even. You guys look like a believable couple. Just so the rest of us don't have to date you. I genuinely think it was so even. My favorites from Malia were like the leaning into the kiss joke, the white raper joke. But I loved Eric's Diary of Anne Frank joke and the Hufflepuff joke. And I feel like those maybe got bigger reactions. So I'm gonna slight edge to Eric, but you guys were both phenomenal.
There you go. That's one for Eric Asker.
I feel like the cutter started stronger in the beginning, and then
Which one? Hey, both these wrists are decorated. The one with the beard or without it? Nico, you rascal. Whoever said that, shout out. You scared the shit out of me.
it didn't sound like the last thing you were gonna hear ever, Nico.
Gotcha. Yo, get called a rascal from the darkness is scary as shit. Whoever did that, don't do that no more. Creeping me out up here, nigga.
A school shooter vernacular. Yeah.
School shooter vernacular. Yes. Who you got, bro?
The sperm joke didn't work for me because you are the only one on stage who owns a microscope.
That didn't work for me.
Roasting the judge.
You gotta say it 5 more times before it gets funny again.
No. Please don't say it no more.
It makes sense you're a white rapper. It looks like you've never felt shame once in your life. But I do think you finished stronger than the cutter. So I'm gonna give it to, what is your name, rapper? Eric? I was gonna call you Michael. Yeah, Yeah, generic white guy name. I'm Brian. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Here we go.
All right, it's 2 for Eric. It's sewn up. But Jay Light, final thoughts on this battle?
I mean, this was a really great battle. This is a fucking slugfest. I feel, man, yeah. I don't have anything funny else to say. This was just great. I feel like Eric's, your beard is great. Malia, whatever guy you're a beard for is great. Nice work. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Great battle, you both.
And with that said, Eric Asker takes the final battle. Give him